Labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na! Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao.
Papatuloy ang aksyon dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. We are here in the city of Biñan, Laguna, sa Alonte Sports Arena for our Monday triple header dito sa MPBL. And for our second game, we feature Alfred Flores, who had 21 points against the Bacolod City of Smiles, including 5 straight points in the last 3 minutes to secure that victory para sa kanila. Dexter Marquez, meanwhile, will be looking to lead San Juan to a bounce-back victory here after that painful triple overtime loss against the Rizal Golden Coolers. So once again, it's the San Juan Knights going up against the Muntinlupa Cagers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal, Satellite Channel 53, and on the Pilipinas Live app, as well as on Facebook and YouTube. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio. Juanito, what does Muntinlupa have to do against a San Juan team who is terribly looking to bounce back from that triple overtime loss to Rizal?
Well, you know, number one, it's going to be a very scary game para dito sa San Juan because they want to be bouncing back. So you have to be able to reach the toughness that San Juan will be bringing in. Here, you have to up your energy, and of course, you have to be able to execute and bring out your talents here in this ball game.
It's going to be a tall order for a very young Muntinlupa squad against a veteran team like San Juan. Joining us at courtside is Miss Sydney Crespo. We'll be hearing from her later on. Pag-usapan natin ang game ng Muntinlupa against the Bacolod City of Smiles. It was a game where they were controlling early, and in fact, they had a strong start. But coming into the fourth quarter, they were up by just 1 point. Bacolod had multiple rallies. But gaya ng sinabi ko at the top of our coverage, Alfred Flores secured that victory para sa kanila at the Palayan City
you know, they were really aggressive in that ball game. They actually had 32 free throw attempts compared to only 15 para sa Bacolod. So if they can play the same way with that kind of intensity in their offense, they could be trooping to the line a lot more here in today's ball game. They were able to shoot 20 of the 32. They were able to shoot 43.8%. And they were able to take care of that basketball. Only 9 turnovers para dito sa Muntinlupa. So if they can be able to execute, play slow, and also be able to be that aggressive, it's going to be a good ball game para dito sa Muntinlupa Cagers.
Sa kabila naman, it was also a close game para sa San Juan, but they came up with a loss there against the Rizal Golden Coolers in our first triple overtime game since 2022. This was a game where they were actually in control for the most part in regulation after Rizal went on a late rally in that fourth quarter. Jerry Pingoy was able to force overtime para sa Rizal, and in the first overtime, Reynal Hugnatan had come up with a big shot down the stretch to force a second overtime, and then Orlan Momar coming up with a big shot to force the third overtime, but just falling short at the end of that game.
And what a ball game that was. 13 ties, 10 lead changes in this ball game in 3 overtimes. A well-fought ball game, but it's not the usual game para dito sa San Juan. They were only 7 out of 30. Their three-pointers is one of their main threats, why they have a lot of wins here in the season. But in that last game, only 7 out of 30. Aggressiveness, that was there, but only 60% compared sa 76% ng free throws ng Rizal. So those are the things they have to be able to take care of. But in terms of taking care, 25 turnovers, just too much para sa Knights.
And yung free throws, yan talaga isang bagay na kinainisan ni Senator Jingo Estrada sa laro na yun, because they missed a lot of those free throws down the stretch that could have actually changed that ball game para sa San Juan Knights. Alright, this is the second game of our Monday triple header. Let's now go to Miguel Pere for the start of this game.
Cagers, Alberg Paramount. Starting at center, number 25, Ryan Arenal. Guard number 9, Jasper Cuevas. Also at guard number 0, Dave Moralde. Power forward number 5, Joshua Giab. And the other forward number 6, McCoy Marcos. Their head coach is Mixon Ramos. Assistant coaches Alex Calweng, Jerry Andalion, Noel Villapa, and John Cabulong. Team manager is Vince Harder. Team owners are Kaiser and Grace Galvez, attorney Jamsey and Aya Saicon. Now, the starting 5 for the MPBL Datu Cup champions, the San Juan Knights. Go for gold! Starting at forward number 15, Arvin Gamboa. Also at forward number 16, Zach Wang. Starting at center number 2, Mike Kalisan. Two guard number 24, Nico Panganiban. And the other guard number 12, Marwin Taiwan. The San Juan Knights Go for Gold is led by the team owner, Honorable Senator Jingoy Estrada. Assistant coaches Sandy Epondulan and the original Tapal King, Philip Cesar. Coaching consultant is Congressman Brian Yapsuan. Team manager is June Usman. Co-team owner is Jeremy Go.
Starting 5 of this game brought to you by Buenas, Jasper Cuevas and Dave Moralde in the backcourt, joined by Ryan Arenal, Josh Giab, and McCoy Marcos in the front line para sa kupunan ni Coach Mixon Ramos. Para naman sa San Juan Knights, Orlan Momar will be coming off the bench, so it's Marvin Taiwan starting at the point guard spot, joined by Nico Panganiban, Mike Alisan, Arvin Gamboa, and Zach Huang. Welcome to the second game of your Monday triple header here at the Lonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 6th regular season. Javi Palanya joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Sydney Crespo. Now, what does this tell you, Juanito? Marvin Taiwan starting the game para sa San Juan.
Maybe just a little bit of change of energy, change of scenery para dito kay Taiwan, saka dito kay Orlan Wamar. Usually the starter, Orlan Wamar, now will be trooping to the bench. Maybe watch first and adjust kung ano kailangan ng San Juan Knights. But I don't think this will be every ball game para dito San Juan, as the face of the Knights is still going to be Orlan Wamar.
He had 19 points in that triple overtime loss against Rizal. Let's see how this change in the starting lineup will affect the Knights in this game. They scored the first basket And on the defensive front, successfully forcing a shot clock violation against McCoy Marcos and Muntinlupa.
You see the change of energy para dito sa San Juan to start the ball game, already being aggressive on the defensive end. And they really want a comeback win here.
Panganiban hands it off to Arvin Gamboa, who has put his name into the PBA draft. Zach Juan out to Panganiban. Panganiban attacks hard, loses it up. The ball goes to Taiwan. Gamboa will take it from way out. Shot clock did not reset, and Moralde will let that sail out of bounds.
Arvin Gamboa, I actually played with him in the Team B of UP. This guy was very thin, was not very physical, but moving forward, he really worked on his game, worked on his physicality, and now can play with the best of them inside and outside. And that is props to Mr. Gamboa for really working on his game.
He's been a constant starter para kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada in this 6th season. Taiwan picks up the steal. He has Huang moving forward, and Zach Huang finishes on the break.
Good lefty connection, Taiwan to Huang. Already stepping on the gas early on in the ball game. Quick fast break too para dito sa Knights.
4-0. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Marcos gets a screen from Giab. Another steal here for the Knights. Panganiban is ahead of the pack. Panganiban will finish comfortably for 2 points.
So far, iba ang gustong laro nitong San Juan. Aggressive on both ends of the basketball court. Trapping on every screen. Watch that again. Oh, this was the earlier fast break. That lefty connection. Taiwan to Huang to get that easy too.
That's our fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. And on the other side, that's Nico Panganiban getting another 2 points to help San Juan to this 6-0 start here in the first quarter against Muntinlupa. Balik kami dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. San Juan ahead by 6 here to start. They're trying to vent their ire here against the very young Muntinlupa Cagers after that triple overtime thriller against the Rizal Golden Coolers. Not in the game to start for Muntinlupa was last game's leading scorer, Alfred Flores, who had 21 points.
You know, with a team like San Juan, they want to be able to use someone off the bench and be that instant offense, and might be Alfred Flores para dito sa Cagers.
That's been the case ever since his entry into this Muntinlupa franchise. He has gone off the bench and he has been their spark plug, helping Muntinlupa to win 4 of their last 5, including 2 straight. That's a miss from Giab. Di pa rin makabutas dito ang Muntinlupa. Panganiban trying to dance against the defense of McCoy Marcos. Gamboa from near the free throw line. That goes out. Kalisan gets the offensive rebound for San Juan. Giab putting the stop there on Kalisan. Gamboa tangled up underneath. Ball is up and out. It will stay with the Knights with 4 on the shot clock.
Looks like the game plan of San Juan is really to pound it down low through their bigs. Especially they're going up against younger guys in Giab and Arenal. But these guys are not going to be an easy task because these are guys from Coach Louie who instills toughness in that defense.
Defense, the name of the game para dito sa Muntinlupa, especially in that possession, forcing San Juan into a shot clock violation. Something you don't really see a lot from a very organized offense,
yes,
like the Knights have.
But that's pure good defense, especially coming from their captain, the Warden, Dave Moralde.
Yan na ba talaga ang nickname na ibibigay natin?
Yan ang nickname na ibibigay natin kay paring Dimo, the Warden, moving forward.
The Warden missing from the outside. It's kept alive by Giab. A 3 from the outside by Cuevas is a miss. And it was staying with the Cagers because there is a foul called here against San Juan. At ito na, pinasok na ni Coach Mixon Ramos sa kanyang alas off the bench. Alfred Flores in the game for the first time for the Muntinlupa Cagers. Flores will trigger in from the baseline. Marcos pops out, second leading scorer in that game against Bacolod. 19 points on 8 out of 14 shooting. Marcos using his height against Panganiban. Couldn't hit from up close. Panganiban has the foot speed advantage against Arenal. Shovels a pass inside Calisan, fumbles it, losing it eventually to Arenal. Flores attacks Taiwan. That's a block against the former Navotas clutch player.
Oh, very, very slippery players as Alfred Flores. Do not underestimate that size. He can slip in and even play with the physicality. Very good player of the Cagers.
Back-to-back MVP in the NCRAA, playing for Immaculado Concepcion College Blue Hawks. Ito si Ryan Arenal under coach Oji Gumatay.
Although that ICC team is very tough.
Arenal missing from the perimeter. Flores got the offensive rebound but lost it to a very pesky Zach Wang. Wala pa ring score dito ang Muntinlupa. Panganiban looking to extend the lead of San Juan. Calisaan bottled up. One thing you see from Muntinlupa, even if they haven't scored here, their defense really measuring up to the intensity of San Juan.
After a quick start by San Juan, medyo bumagal na because of the physicality being played by the Cagers right here. Well, they are named the Cagers for a reason.
Panganiban free for three. That's an air ball coming from Nico Panganiban.
A little late on the closeout itong si Makoy Marcos, but luckily for Muntinlupa, that ball will turn into an air ball para dito sa Knights.
Senator Jenggoy Estrada, joined by the original Tapal King, Philip Cesar, as his active consultant for the San Juan Knights franchise. Flores on the right side. Moralde trying to break away from the defense of Zach Wang. Flores drives on Marvin Taiwan, missing on the floater. That was short. Muntinlupa is 0 out of 7 here. Panganiban pulls back. Calisan hands it back. Panganiban has that ball poked from behind. Flores now pushing. Flores leaves it for Giab. Sidestep. Drop pass to Moralde. Falls down to the floor.
That's a foul. That's a foul on Zach, pulling down Dave.
A frantic sequence para sa Muntinlupa on that one. I thought that was a good pass by Flores to
That was a good
Giab.
find. That was a good find. Medyo malalim na masyado si Giab on that fast break. So it was really a very hard angle. But that was a good find still para kay Flores. But still, the struggles offensively continues para dito sa Cagers. They've been getting a few good opportunities, just could not get that ball inside.
March De Leon and Marlo Batak have now checked in for Coach Mixon Ramos. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Giab swings it to Marcos on top. Three-pointer on the way. Finally, a score for Muntinlupa.
Finally, something that they can get going. Quick swing, finding an open Marcos on the middle. You know, one thing I love about Marcos is playing for Benil, he did not get a lot of scoring opportunities. Now he has the full potential and just to show out his game dito sa Muntinlupa.
And quite interesting because this is a coaching staff he played against. JRU and CSB were bitter rivals last season.
But probably they saw the potential nitong si Makoy Marcos, gave him an opportunity, now playing good for the Cagers.
Eh, sabi naman sa akin ni Coach Louie, maganda naman daw ang attitude ng bata.
Oo naman. I've been playing with this guy even before the pandemic.
It's an opportunity for him to learn with a new system.
And even change positions. Now he's playing the guard. He was playing more of the wing, even sometimes the big para sa Benil before, sometimes the 3 to 4. But now we know that he has a talent to really show out dito sa MPBL.
Eh, minsan nga, may times na pinapaglaro siya ng uno dito sa Muntinlupa ni Coach Mixon Ramos.
No, his dad played for the UP Fighting Maroons before, back in the 2000s.
Batak spins, attempts a shot. That was well defended there by Arvin Gamboa.
You know what I love about the Cagers? This is a young team, but they have just so much toughness in them, representing Muntinlupa very well.
And toughness, that is what Makoy Marcos definitely adds here to Muntinlupa. That was our three-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Gabe Capasso has now checked in the game for the first time along with Errol Bongay. Let's now turn you over to Miss Sydney Crespo for her first report.
The triple overtime game versus Rizal is a first for San Juan's main guard, Orlan Womar Jr. Kwento niya, meron silang double overtime last season, but this was the longest game in his career. But he reiterates, hindi siya masyadong napagod and all of his crucial made threes were taken confidently. Sabi nga niya, ikikredit ko yung sarili ko dahil sa mga extras ko sa practice. For Senator Jinggoy Estrada and the San Juan coaches, it was a great game overall except for their free throw. Tonight, they will take advantage of their experience and stamina to start and finish strong versus Muntinlupa. One main takeaway though from last game, as per Senator Jinggoy, they cannot label any team as weak this season. Javi Bonito.
Tamang-tama ka dyan, Sid, because every team has to be respected.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what a lot of the teams have learned. Even the teams at the bottom have the capabilities to pull off surprises.
I'm gonna be a little biased. This is one of the most exciting seasons in the MPBL. Everybody is just a threat. Lahat kayang talunin kahit sino. Earlier, Bacolod played 3 terrific quarters against a very strong Pangasinan team.
I don't even think that's bias, Juanito. That's just facts. 9-5 is the score. 4-point lead for San Juan. Orlan Womar has now coming off the bench. Batak has Flores and Capasso with him, but he'll take it himself. And Muntinlupa down by just 2 points here.
It's one thing you can be sure of when you have a young team playing. They're gonna be running and they'll be putting in energy. Look at the youth being brought out by this 5 of Muntinlupa.
Flores, Bongay, Batak, De Leon, and Capasso. Oh, that's just a missed man on defense. Mike Alisaan getting free underneath.
One side has youth, one side has experience, and that is totally shown by Womar and Kalisaan. Very confident on that pass.
Bongay hands it off to Capasso. Capasso pulls back. Gets Flores from way downtown. Batak offensive rebound. Basket and one para kay Warlo Batak.
Warlo Batak already 4 points, 1 steal and 2 rebounds, and he came off the bench para dito sa Muntinlupa. Look at that length of that wingspan. Soberano is not short, but Batak just timing it better on that offensive board.
There you see his numbers this season. Not eye-popping numbers para kay Warlo Batak. But gaya na sinabi mo, that wingspan can impact you in so many different ways outside of the box scores.
Now he already beats his scoring averages. Already 5 in the ball game, only averaging 4.2. Itong si Warlo Batak.
Isa na lang ang lamang dito ng San Juan Knights, but Orlan Womar looking to extend that as he troops to the line for 2 shots. 12.6 points per game this season, almost 6 assists and 78% from the free throw line. Ito si Orlan Womar, now the face of this San Juan franchise.
What a career para dito kay Orlan Womar. Was not one of the primary guards ng San Juan to start his career. Slowly built himself, stayed with the team, worked on his game. Now I would say he is the face of the Knights.
He got drafted in the PBA last year but was unable to get a contract with the team that he was drafted in. Made his way back to San Juan, and it's like he never left.
Yes. And look who is inside. Not even 24 hours after celebrating the championship with Meralco, is now in the game. Papa Ray Ugnatan.
That's just dedication for you and the professionalism.
Yes.
Galing kay Reynel Hugnatan. Capasso gets fouled on that drive attempt. Congratulations to the Meralco Bolts for ending their 14-year drought in the PBA as the Philippine Cup champions last night. Warlo Batak getting the steal here, and the breakaway layup almost jamming that one in. That brings us our lucky fans of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Ang Cagers, may dala-dala rin tong cheering squad.
Meron. Kita mo naman yung mga kulay ng mga suot nila. Making this very bright holiday here in Laguna.
Capasso able to get that second free throw. There you see the cheering squad at the back of the bench for Muntinlupa. Happy Eid al-Adha. I hope I'm pronouncing that right to all our Muslim brothers and sisters across the globe. That's why kung kayo'y malapit lang dito sa Alonte Sports Arena, do check out the games here. This is only just the second game of our Monday triple header. Later on, we have Binyan facing the Bulacan Cuyas. Close game at our hands here between Muntinlupa and San Juan. Just a 2-point lead for the Knights. Bongay drives on Reynel Hugnatan. That's a crafty finish against the veteran.
And what confidence he has to do it against the veteran Reynel Hugnatan.
Marquez onto the right side to AC Soberano. Reynel Hugnatan last night an assistant coach. Tonight a player for the San Juan Knights. Marquez gets it to the corner. Soberano to bail them out. That's short. A rebound to Mike Malonzo. Wamar nagmadali na dito because there's only 2 seconds left. Batak to Flores, and that's gonna be it for the first 10 minutes of action here between San Juan and Muntinlupa.
A very strong start by San Juan, 6-0 in the first 2 minutes of the ball game. But Muntinlupa making a few substitutions, putting in guys like Flores and Batak, making a good change, now recovering, now tying the ball game at 13 here in the first quarter.
Started the game 0 out of 7, but since then they have scored 4 out of their 7 field goals. Itong Muntinlupa Cagers defense really the name of the game for these two squads. That's why they've been able to score a lot of their opportunities dito sa aning unang yugto. Nico Panganiban getting some baskets in transition, but Warlo Batak, I think this was the basket that started it all para sa Muntinlupa.
You know, this team is might be young, but their aggressiveness, their willingness to win, and just their pure physicality is enough to battle it out against the Knights.
We're all tied up at 13 apiece. Our first quarter score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Second quarter almost underway here at the Olonte Sports Arena for the second game of our Monday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. This is Javi Palanya joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Sydney Crespo. Check out the first quarter field goal story on your screens. 5 out of 15 for Muntinlupa and 5 out of 15 as well for the San Juan Knights. Batak missing on the floater from the middle. Malonzo running the break there. Bongay playing good defense.
Interesting spot para dito kay Malonzo. He's usually played at that 4 position para dito sa Knights, but now he'll be trooping over to the 3. We see the versatility of Mike Malonzo para dito sa San Juan Knights.
I'd like to greet Mindoro Tamara, Paul Desiderio, who is watching with his cousins John Ryan, Steve Kamay, and boss Jim Gao.
Enjoy ka lang dyan, Dong!
Alfred Flores dialing it down from the outside.
And the energy of the fans is really affecting the team of Muntinlupa here.
Yan ang sinasabi mong it's not in the number but in the quality.
Yes.
Wamar picks up his dribble, quite a weak pass to Soberano, drives inside, gives it back to Orlan. Wamar answers back with a 3-pointer of his own.
Good read, same side offense para dito sa San Juan. Orlan Wamar sticking on that left side, getting open on that corner.
This is going to be a matchup that we're going to have to watch out for in this game. Alfred Flores and Orlan Wamar. I think both of these guys have similar styles of play.
Oh yes, you're right, Javi. You see how they handle that basketball well and control every time they have that ball.
And Flores preventing a pass there from Orlan Wamar.
Flores looks like a younger Orlan Wamar.
Actually.
With a little mix of Marwin Taiwan.
Yun na nga. Medyo hawig rin eh, no?
Oh.
This 3-point shot by Alfred Flores is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Malonzo gets it underneath, missing from point blank. Marquez trying to keep it alive there for the Knights. But it's going to be Cagers basketball there. We're all tied up at 16 again. Errol Bongay has been holding his own here against this experienced front line of the Knights. Flores calls out the play against this 2-3 zone of San Juan. Not a lot of shooters on the floor for Muntinlupa, but that is one guy who can definitely knock it down. The defense draped all over him, no problem. 4-point play opportunity for Alfred Flores.
Not a lot of shooters. Ako na lang, Javi, sabi ni Alfred Flores. He was at least 8 feet beyond the line. Something you would not really close out on a usual basis. But he's made 2 straight para dito sa Muntinlupa.
In the 4 games that he's played for Muntinlupa, he has averaged 14 points this season. And he has gone on to become their leading scorer ahead of Josh Giab and McCoy Marcos. Ito si Alfred Flores.
The 4 games he's played, he's won 2. They're gunning for the 3rd straight win. Itong Muntinlupa against a very tough San Juan Knights team.
Our officials trying to review that last play if it would merit an unsportsmanlike foul. Orlan Momar a little too close for comfort on that last shot by Alfred
I
Flores.
think medyo nagulat na lang si Orlan Wamar doon. He wasn't really expecting Flores to take it from that far off. So it's a little bit late on the closeout itong si Orlan Wamar.
We'd also like to greet Congressman Eric Martinez and Sir Volter Ora, pati na rin ang Valenzuela Classic who are also watching tonight. Happy viewing po sa inyong lahat, and to everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal, Satellite Channel 53 on the Pilipinas Live app, as well as on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Check this out again. Flores landing there on the foot of Orlan Momar. Our referees are now communicating the official call to Miguel Pere. That's umpire to John Marie Tajona. It is an unsportsmanlike foul, so a bonus free throw para kay Alfred Flores, and then ball possession para sa Muntinlupa.
No intent galing dito kay Orlan Wamar, but just got really surprised on that shot attempt by Alfred Flores. So late on the closeout, late on the footing. Gonna be an extra free throw para dito kay Flores. So far, Flores already trooping to 7 points in his first 9 minutes of the ball game.
2 out of 3 from three-point country after missing the first. Has gone on to hit back-to-back from the outside. Itong si Alfred Flores. All of a sudden, Muntinlupa up by 4, 20-16. De Leon sets the screen there para kay McCoy Marcos. He's pushed. This San Juan team looking to be out of sorts here in the second quarter, defensively especially.
It's very surprising because parang nagkakapaan sila, but there's already a team full of veterans that's been playing together for quite some time. Probably just an adjustment off the loss coming from their last game.
And actually, because of their roster makeup, they have been one of the more underrated teams coming into the start of the season. But they've shown everybody that they have been playing like a well-oiled machine. The reason for their 9-0
Yes,
start.
everybody fits each other. You look at the talent composition of this team. Pasok sila sa laro ng isa't isa. You have shooters, you have guys who can move, you have guys who plays defense very well. And just a lot of leadership in that lineup. You know, that loss in that last game, Rizal just played better in that last game. That's why San Juan will be going home with a loss there. But I'm sure San Juan wants to bounce back, especially with that backdoor cup brought to you by Mike Malonzo.
An excellent misdirection right there for the Knights. Cutting from the corner right there was Mike Malonzo.
Very versatile wing coming from the National University. Now playing the 3 position para San Juan. In their first few games, he was playing the 4, even the 5. So whatever they need from Alonzo, he will be giving it here tonight.
I think that's been the problem for the other teams going up against San Juan. It's really hard to scout against this Knights team because their substitution pattern changes every game.
Wala, hindi mo masa-scout eh. You know, you even have guys like Galinato coming off the bench. Gamboa's not yet playing right there. You have guys like Paulo. Who's this? Paulo Hernandez, who can come off the bench and score a lot of buckets.
AJ Miranda is also there.
AJ Miranda as well. So, ang lalim masyado nitong San Juan. Just too hard to scout because so many guys can really step up for them.
And then, of course, you still have Edgy Boy Mojica playing that wing spot. Also, Jeff Tajonera, you cannot underestimate that kind of veteran who can shoot from the outside and play very physical defense.
And what you love about this team, in the end game, you still know the guys who are going to hold that basketball. It's still going to be either Taiwan, Wamar, and at times, it's of course going to be their shooters in Soberano.
That free throw was brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Coach Mixon Ramos and his squad holding their own here at the start against the San Juan Knights. They're ahead by 1, 22-21. Bumalik na dito ang mga starters. At least 3 of them for Coach Mixon, Dave Moralde, Jasper Cuevas, and Josh Giab.
Now, this is going to be interesting para dito sa Muntinlupa. They've been getting a lot of their offense coming from Flores. Been doing the load of the scoring. So who will step up para dito sa Cagers?
Caught between 2 minds there was McCoy Marcos. Wamar, the hesitation, the drive, and the score!
Specialty of the house para dito kay Orlan Wamar. Change of speed. Everybody was just left in the dust. Itong Muntinlupa, easy 2 para dito kay Orlan.
7 points now in the game for the face of the San Juan franchise. De Leon, the younger brother of Pampangas, Matt De Leon, facing up. Couldn't hit the jumper against Reynel Hugnatan. Papa Ray running the floor. Kicks it out. Corner pocket 3. AC Soberano bullseye.
You know, they will always be looking for AC Soberano even on that early break because this guy automatically will be running to his spot and a good find coming from Papa Ray.
He also caught a glimpse of Coach Randy Alcantara, who is now sitting on that San Juan bench. So could we be anticipating a return to the coaching job here for Coach Randy Alcantara?
Or maybe a little bit soon para dito kay Coach Randy, still recovering off that surgery. So we still hope Coach Randy will be getting well soon. But for now, masaya muna siya dyan nanonood sa likod para San Juan.
Tingnan muna natin itong play of the game brought to you by Buenas. Orlan Omar had the foot speed advantage there against Josh Giab. Parang ikaw lang, oh.
Ay, nako, malayo. Orlan Wamar is a different beast. You know what's scary about Orlan? You never know if he's going right or he's going left.
Yeah, he can finish
You know,
on both sides.
If I was his scout and I would be making his scouting report, usually you put there send right, send left. Si Orlan Wamar, ang lalagay ko doon, pray.
Akala ko sasabihin mo, don't send anywhere. Basta kakatawa pa yung sinabi mo.
Hindi mo pwedeng sagan din eh. Titira din ng tres eh. Diba? So just pray.
27-22. They're now back in the lead, talking about the San Juan Knights on the heels of the performance of Orlan Omar here in the second quarter. They lob it inside to Moralde. That's tapped out of bounds. Last touch on San Juan. Paulo Hernandez now checking in for the first time for San Juan.
Just when you thought ubos na yung offensive weapons nitong San Juan Knights, out of nowhere, Paulo Hernandez still enters the ball game.
Floor spacer para dito sa San Juan.
Coming off Mapua.
Giab looks at the clock. They hand it off to Marcos. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Marcos from the free throw line. That's a tough look. Reynel Hugnatan with a rebound. Wamar bullets a pass inside. The finish para kay Dexter Marquez.
Textbook early offense para dito sa San Juan. The bigs will be running their lanes. The shooters runs to the corner. And if you have a point guard like Orlan Wamar who can find his teammates perfectly, then that break will end in perfection.
That's the first basket of the game for San Juan's last game top scorer, Dexter Marquez. Giab couldn't score against 2 red shirts.
They're attacking Reynel Hugnatan, whoever has that basketball.
Marquez to the corner. Another three-pointer on the way. This time it's a miss. Hernandez skies for the rebound. Hugnatan back to AC Soberano. Shot clock winding down. Hugnatan puts the ball on the deck. Falls down. Moralde has Wamar to beat. Moralde could not finish with the left hand.
Boy, left side is not really his strong suit. You know, this guy has big hands, but that was a hard finish para dito kay Dimo.
He was looking for a foul there, but not really a lot of contact to merit a whistle there.
That's good defense coming from Orlan.
4-3 in terms of steals, +1 advantage for Muntinlupa in that department. That's another foul for the Knights. It's gonna go against John Galinato. Nakakapasok lang sa laro na to.
Trying to stretch out the floor as well. Give me 2 scorers, 2 guys who plays old school, very good mid-range shooters in Galinato and Hernandez.
De Leon will take it from the outside. That's short. Marquez unchallenged for the rebound. Marquez charges into Makoy Marcos. That's an offensive foul.
You know, one thing I didn't see from Dexter Marquez when he played for Zamboanga is his scoring options. He didn't get a lot of scoring opportunities when he played for Zamboanga, but here in San Juan, they're really exposing his talents in terms of scoring, even scoring double figures in a lot of their ball games.
Punta muna tayo kay Miss Sydney Crespo.
The young Muntinlupa team worked together and defended well. That's why they were able to snatch the win from Bacolod, according to assistant coach Alex Calweng. He admits they are not the tallest or the fastest team, but their system requires a lot of patience. Encouraging more passes may result to players na tamarin na lang o maging impatient sa sistema. But this is even more important tonight laban sa San Juan. Coach Alex emphasized the importance of the intangibles such as IQ, patience, and working early versus San Juan. They want to minimize San Juan's second chance points from Calisaan and Marquez and compete with veteran Hugnatan. Your thoughts, Javi and Juanito?
What do you make of that, Juanito? They had 22 assists against Bacolod in their last game, but more so, sabi ni Coach Alex, kailangan nila yun tonight.
Well, they are actually being patient in their offense. That's why they're getting a lot of good opportunities, especially when Flores was inside the court. You see here, they want to be able to battle Reynel Hugnatan. There were already 4 guys who went up single coverage on the post against Reynel Hugnatan. It's really good lessons moving forward, especially for the SGLs. A good learning experience. And of course, kung mga bata ka, ni Coach Louie Gonzalez, ang dami na namang lessons sa madadala sa NCAA.
Coach Louie, I'm sure, gunning for the championship in the upcoming season of the NCAA.
You know, I like his style. Covers the... Kala mo nagko-cover siya because he loves covering. Hindi, nagbabantay lang ng mga bata niya yan. Dito
Alam mo, si Coach Louie, parang head yan ng mafia. The Godfather.
Dinidisperse lang niya yung mga bata niya dito
Mismo.
sa MPBL.
Tapos babantayan niya lang din.
Oo.
Napansin ko rin yun eh. Sabi ko, Coach, I see what you're doing.
Panalo, win-win situation. He's here, he's covering, he does what he loves doing, and then his kids are learning well. Pagdating ng umaga, training naman sila.
At saka nakakalat sila eh, hindi lang sa isang team.
Yeah, getting a lot of good experiences. And then you bring in the experience together. You know, last year, that was a really strong team, putting AJ Miranda, getting Marwin Jonicio, getting JL De Los Santos, and come the NCAA, they played perfectly together.
Just not a lot of things going their way at the end of that season last year, but hopefully we wish Coach Louie Gonzalez and the JRU Heavy Bombers well in the upcoming NCAA season. Back to the game, Muntinlupa down by 6. 3 minutes and change remaining here in the first half. Hernandez decides to drive inside. The drop pass, Marquez gets the 2 points.
Just a little late on the help defense. Now Muntinlupa is playing a zone to try and delay the offense nitong San Juan, which is a good drive and dish para dito kay Paulo Hernandez.
Moralde trying to see what develops here on the offense for Muntinlupa. Marcos against the familiar foe in Paulo Hernandez. The up and under para kay Makoy Marcos.
That was the game plan all along. Be patient in your offense. Find the best scoring option, and that is what they did in that last play.
Oh, that's too easy para kay Dexter Marquez, scoring on the reverse.
That's 2 straight, both against Ryan Arenal. Late on that drop pass, so he has to be able to adjust on those drives by San Juan.
Same set here for Muntinlupa. They go to Makoy Marcos. Marcos this time gets a screen from Gia, but he takes it from the outside. It felt good the moment it left his hands. He left that follow through, and that's a 3-pointer para kay Makoy Marcos.
They are building a lot on the offense para dito kay Makoy Marcos. You have to credit the kid for having the confidence to attack and to shoot. A little sag galing kay Paulo Hernandez. Give me the space, I will shoot over you. 5 straight points for the young gun in Makoy Marcos.
2 minutes and 12 remaining here in the first half. We'll take a short break. Makoy Marcos has been splendid here tonight para sa Muntinlupa Cagers, scoring on a plethora of moves inside, driving outside. And he has been one of the top scorers for the Cagers for the entire season. Had 19 points against Bacolod, 8 out of 14 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple of steals, and a couple of blocks.
Slowly blossoming to that star role is Makoy Marcos. Very young kid coming off St. Benilde. Now 8 points already in this ball game, doing it both from the outside and the inside. Their offense is running on him, and he has been providing a lot on their offense with 8 points.
And from a guy that wasn't really very consistent shooting from the outside during his collegiate days, he has had a lot more confidence here for Muntinlupa shooting that ball from downtown.
Sometimes all you need is an opportunity, and that is what Muntinlupa is giving him here.
Cagers getting a stop. They're down by 5, under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Oh, offensive foul against Jasper
I
Cuevas.
think that's going to be off the screen there. Oh, let's see.
That's number 2 against Jasper
I
Cuevas.
was not able to see kung ano nangyari doon down low.
Yeah, quite the tough, or rather tight situation there, as Muntinlupa was running the same set on that elevator screen para kay Makoy Marcos.
You force para dun kay Cuevas, or to force to a charge. 2001 now adding a lot more shooters in their mix.
Mojica from straight away. A good box out by Mike Calisaan. Ryan Arenal has really had a long evening, and we're just in the first half.
The second quarter has been a struggler para dito kay Ryan Arenal. A really learning curve for him going up against Calisaan and Dexter Maiquez.
Penalty na dito ang parehong kuponan. There you see the numbers of Calisaan this season. 13.3 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 71.4% from the free throw line. Is the former San Sebastian Stag. Calisaan is their leading scorer this year. Two for 2 para kay Mike Calisaan. And San Juan doing a much better job from the line, as we see here. Guys inactive para dito sa San Juan Knights. That's Ron Denison and John Ubalde.
Still recovering from their injuries.
And also Ken Villapando in the middle of Ubalde and Ron Denison. Moralde, another attempt here. There's a foul against San Juan.
Nangongolekta ng rebound itong si Warden, but just could not get the right spin in getting that shot in. Let's watch that again. That's 1. That's a miss. That's 2. Moralde again. That's 3. And I think it's gonna get 4 here.
Parang ganyan yung nangyayari pag nagawa na 1-1 drill tayo tapos ikaw yung bantay.
Parang college na naman tayo ni Dave Moralde. You know, Dave was our teammate in college, but we're proud of him and extending his career here and now being the warden of the Muntinlupa Cagers.
Lagi na lang senior citizen si Dave sa mga team sa mapunta. Pagkatapos ng San Beda, ganun na lang parati nangyayari.
Batchmate natin siya, pero kuya ang tawag natin sa kanya.
Naging playing head coach na yan ng Muntinlupa. Galinato gets the 3 there under a minute to play. San Juan extending the lead back to 9.
The main reason why they got Galinato here in this team, those pull-ups are deadly para dito kay Galinato.
Arenal wants it badly against Calisaan. Marcos doesn't oblige. Trying to fake out his defender. AJ Miranda playing the passing lanes well. Miranda decelerating and scoring. Coach Mixon Ramos, I'm sure he's thinking right now, oh, sana sa akin ka na lang naglaro ulit.
This guy was ours for quite some time. I want you to look at the speed of AJ Miranda and all of a sudden decelerating. Doon na ka mabibilib eh. He puts on the speed like a track star and all of a sudden slows down and getting that Euro step. And what a control of his body for AJ Miranda in getting that 3-point play.
Such an impressive way to get your first basket of the game here. Balik na dito si Warlo Batak. There you see Jeff Tahonera, inactive also para sa San Juan for this game. Alfred Flores is also back. Flores had an impressive first period here.
They're putting a longer guy on Flores with AJ Miranda manning up Flores.
Josh Gia finally getting a score against the front line of San Juan. Could be the last shot of the quarter here to be taken by San Juan. Muntinlupa shifting to a zone. Galinato, skip pass to Miranda. Ajem, short floater is short. Mojica couldn't get the putback attempt, and that is it for the first half. Even though this is a double-digit lead for San Juan, it has been a very exciting ball game between these two teams.
Well, Muntinlupa has really been fighting it out with San Juan. San Juan now in control in the second quarter, but Muntinlupa has just had answers, of course, being led by Flores and Marcos in that offensive end. But Muntinlupa will have to do a lot of adjustments for them to be able to make stops. 42 is just too much in one half.
They are still very much in this game. Our halftime score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Welcome back to the MPBL. I'm Sydney Crespo and you are still watching game number 2 between Muntinlupa and San Juan. Pero bago tayo mag-second half, tingnan muna natin ulit ang mga magandang tanawin at kwento mula sa pagbisita ng MPBL sa Abra last week. It was our first time to drive up north to this beautiful province, the home of the Abra Weavers, and it did not disappoint us. Panoorin natin yan dito sa MPBL Extra.
Welcome to Abra, mga kaliga. Ito ang Abra, ang probinsyang nasasakupan ng Cordillera Administrative Region na may lawak na 1,608 square miles. At ito ay may 27 munisipalidad. Isa na dito ang Bangged na siyang kapital ng Abra. Bakit nga ba Abra ang ipinangalan sa probinsyang ito?
Part kasi ng Ilocos to eh. Gabi. Ano siya, parang district ng Ilocos. So, ang daan dito no, yung Abra River coming from Bigan. So, opening, sabihin is Abre, opening. So, kaya Abra.
Ang Abra ay isang bulubunduking probinsya at ang isa sa pinagmamalaki nila ay ang Apaw Rolling Hills ng Bayan ng Tineg. Ito ay nakamamanghang tanawin na maihahalin tulad sa New Zealand o Batanes.
Halos puro bundok ito. So merong part dito na grassy yung mga mountains. At ito nadadaanan, meron kasi kaming rock formation doon. So we had to look for other places na pwedeng daanan. So nakita namin to. Dahil barangay Apaw ang nakakasakop dito, which is nandun sa baba. Tinawag naming Apaw Rolling Hills. Kasi meron sa Batanes Rolling Hills. Wala kami maisip eh. Yun na lang, Apaw Rolling Hills na. Kaya awan ng Diyos, sumikat, napasikat ng mga vloggers, travel vloggers.
Mula sa Apaw Rolling Hills ay tumungo naman kami sa Blackstone Formation na dito pa rin matatagpuan sa Bayan ng Tineg. Upang mapuntahan ang magandang lugar na ito ay kailangan mong gumamit ng 4x4 na sasakyan. Sa halos 3 kilometrong biyahe, ayan at narating na din natin ang Blackstones Formation.
Pinagmamalaki po ng Bayan ng Tineg po sa yung pinakauna po yung mga tourist spots po na pwedeng puntahan po ng mga iba't ibang turista po, tulad po ng Kaparakan Falls, and then dito po sa Apaw Rolling Hills, and then Blackstone po ng Apaw din po.
Mga kaliga, hindi lang yan dahil isa sa pangunahing produkto ng Abra ay ang Abel Iloco. Dito sa Barangay Bulbulala, matatagpuan ang isang barangay na ang ikinabubuhay ay ang paghahabi.
Before po mag-umpisa na sa paghahabi, gawaing bahay po muna yung naasikaso namin. Kung ano lang po yung free time namin, natapos na po namin yung mga ginagawa namin dito sa bahay, saka po maghabi. Ganun po. Financially, malaki pong naitulong sa amin Yung mga naghahabi po dito, mga nakapagparal na po sila ng mga anak nila, mga nakapagpatapos na po ng college, ganun po.
Dito sikat ang probinsya kaya ito ang pinangalan sa kanilang basketball team na Abra Weavers.
Abra Weavers, go, go, go lang!
O di ba? Nakakamangha talaga at di mo akalaing ang probinsyang ito ay may tinatagong yaman at ganda. Mga kaliga, for sure nabitin kayo sa ating gala. Kaya naman abangan ang atin pang mga susunod na lakad at kung ano-ano pa dito lang sa MPBL Extra.
After a 13-all tie at the end of the first quarter, San Juan now up by 10 points, 42-32. And the Knights really having a good second quarter, outscoring Muntinlupa by 10 in that second period.
Scoring has been the name of the game for San Juan in the second quarter. Now 43% in the ball game, +9 on the rebounding end. And the fast break, of course, +10 as well para dito sa San Juan Knights.
And they're also dominating the rebounding part, 25-16, really shutting down Muntinlupa in that second quarter. After a first period, they bucked a slow start. The Cagers relying on the offensive firepower of Alfred Flores, who scored 2 3-pointers, including a 4-point play opportunity right there against Orlan Omar. Slowed down in the second period. And curiously, para kay Coach Mixon Ramos, sa patapos na ng second quarter niya, binalik si Alfred Flores.
Yes, a long wait para dito kay Alfred Flores to get into the scoring column. 7 points in the first half for Flores, but a little slowed down. But good thing McCoy Marcos tried to step up and get his scoring going here in the second quarter.
He's keeping them alive. He's leading the way in scoring para dito sa Muntinlupa with 8 points. AJ Miranda also had his moments in the first half. Third quarter now underway. San Juan starting the second half with AJ Miranda, Edgy Boy Mojica, Paulo Hernandez, John Galinato, and Mike Calisaan. Muntinlupa will be having Alfred Flores, Ryan Arenal, Makoy Marcos, Josh Giab, and Jasper Cuevas. Cuevas gambles, Miranda makes him pay.
A very young backcourt that will be played by San Juan here in Galinato, Miranda, and Hernandez, all fresh from their college stints. But a very veteran front court in Calisaan.
Flores gets inside, is fouled there by Paulo Hernandez.
This guy has a bright future in the MPBL.
Oh,
the way he plays, tailor-made for our league.
I'm sorry, that foul was against Edgy Boy Mojica, not on Hernandez. First free throw trickles in right there para sa former NCRAA MVP, champion as well with the ICC Blue Hawks.
One of the more respected teams outside the UAP and the NCAA. That team has won a lot of championships in their respective leagues. So shout out sa mga ICC Blue Hawks.
Galinato hands it off to Hernandez. They go to the left side. Miranda working against the defense of Jasper Cuevas. Galinato sets himself up for the three. That's short. Mojica quick to the basketball there. Scores on the putback.
Good awareness, good activity coming from Mojica, getting that offensive rebound.
Marcos waiting for the play to develop here for Muntinlupa. Flores down low to Ryan Arenal. Flores, the touch pass inside. Marcos finishes the 2 points.
Good team basketball. Off the screen, Flores was open. Off the help side, the good shot turns into a better shot para dito sa Cagers.
Yan ang sinasabi kanina ni Coach Alex Calueng in Sydney's report that they have to increase their assists for this game. They only had 6 in the first half. That was number 7 for them in this game as Calisan scores underneath para sa San Juan Knights. And talking about the assists, they had 22 against Bacolod. That was a big reason why they were able to control that game and eventually get the victory.
They're very patient in their offense, trying to find the best shot opportunities, but sometimes they just get too excited on early shots.
Well, Muntinlupa should get excited with that as Alfred Flores continues to show the touch from downtown.
You know, off the post, he sees an open guy off the wing, gives up that basketball, having that confidence in Flores, takes that three.
That's three-pointer number 5 in the game para sa Muntinlupa. They're 50% from the outside, 5 out of 10. Hernandez to answer. That's triple para kay Paulo Hernandez.
Now this guy can catch and shoot, can move without that basketball. And off the zone, that will be a threat that they need to be able to maximize.
San Juan also with 5 3-pointers in this game to match the total para dito sa Muntinlupa. Giab having trouble with the rock. Flores, floater inside, too strong, passes it to himself. It gets the basket. Alfred Flores, what a play!
Was that a pass? Or was that a rebound? I'm not even sure, but what's important is gumana. At 2 puntos yun para dito sa Muntinlupa.
That's the first time I've seen that in all my 3 seasons here in the MPBL. What a spectacular play. Muntinlupa with a chance to get back-to-back good possessions. There's a foul there against AJ Miranda.
That was a beauty. That was a beauty. We have to watch that again para dito kay Flores. I'm not even sure of that attempt. You know, we gotta ask the statsmen what they put.
Play of the game brought to you by Buenas. And why not Alfred Flores? I think na-realize niya dun sa dulo ng attempt na malakas yung bitaw niya eh. That's why he went for the offensive rebound and put it right back in.
That's your IQ. Pure IQ para dito kay Flores. Ang ganda nun. Yun na lang masasabi natin.
Marcos fakes out Hernandez. The help coming from Calisan. Kicks it out. Flores has all the time in the world. That's short. The rebound goes to Mike Calisan. Miranda, crossover. Galinato at the corner. Puts the ball on the deck. Galinato hooks a pass. Calisan is fouled there by Errol Bongay. And that's going to be 2 free throws para kay Mike Calisan. Arch De Leon will check back into the game para kay Ryan Arenal. First free throw is good para kay Calisan, who leads San Juan in scoring this season with 13.3 points per game. There you see Senator Jinggoy Estrada. His team looking to bounce back from that heartbreaker of a loss to the Rizal Golden Coolers, our first triple overtime game since 2022, which curiously I did call with Mix Gomez in Bacolod.
And now, last game, it was Coach Sedelf and Coach Louis. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, it's Christian. Coach Christian.
Tama, Coach Christian Luanzon.
Christian and Sedelf covering that game.
Oh, pwede mo na rin siya tawagin Coach Sedelf.
Coach Sedelf.
Panganiban had that ball stripped away. Calisan, right place at the right time.
9 points para dito kay Mike Calisan, but a well-balanced scoring ball game para dito sa San Juan. You don't know who is getting that scoring bunch para dito sa night, so everybody is a threat on that offense.
Nobody yet in double figures para sa San Juan. 28-16 in terms of inside points. The Knights really banking on their strength inside that shaded area. There's a foul against Calisan as we bring you now our lucky fan of the game, brought to you by Buenas after that shot by Calisan. May sariling tita squad rin itong San Juan Knights.
See the Titas really in full support of their squad here.
There's a timeout on the floor, 5 minutes and 35 remaining in the third quarter. Mike Calisan leading the way in 2-point percentage this season. Very efficient and impressive. 66% from inside the arc para kay Mike Calisan.
Well, no surprise for me here para kay Mike Calisan. This guy is a very good mover without that basketball. Goes to his spots, and most of the time he's wide open because of how good his guards are. And today he's 75% once again.
Oh, everything but the shot there para kay Marge De Leon. AJ Miranda now pushing. Transition defense on point para sa Muntinlupa. Preventing that fast break for the Knights. Panganiban now sizing up the defense of Errol Bongay. Hernandez, quick trigger. Short. That sails out of bounds. And Senator Jinggoy Estrada ready to make that behind that back pass.
No look behind the back para kay Senator Jinggoy.
He was actually quite a good player in his day.
Really, I have not watched him play.
Dati kasi parating may mga celebrity all-star games eh. I forgot what they used to call it. I think it was Celebrity Olympics, something like that. At laging magandang linalaro doon ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada.
He had highlights. Nakita ko like mga Richard Gomez. Yung mga nakita ko before eh.
I think it's on YouTube. De Leon finds Errol Bongay inside.
Oh.
Gets the tougher finish to go. Errol Bongay.
But that is what they were saying before the game. You have to be patient. You have to be able to look for the best shot possible. And those are the best shot possible para dito sa Muntinlupa.
Oh, that's a tough call against Muntinlupa. They were able to get the stop, force a miss on AJ Miranda. Unfortunately, Bongay getting another foul called against him. That's the third personal on Errol Bongay. Zach Juan is back in the game para kay Edgy Boy Moica. Di pa natin na ulit nakikita si Orlan Omar in the second half here for San Juan. Miranda working his butt off on the glass to get that rebound and the putback.
I think now he's realizing that he is way longer than any of the guard nitong Muntinlupa. So now he is maximizing on his height, maximizing on his size, getting a lot of his attacks and now an offensive board para dito kay Adrian.
Oh, Marcos there fumbling the pass. Panganiban gets ahead of him and scores on the break.
When Nico Panganiban gets his space on that left side, automatic yan para dito kay Nico because he is just too strong going to the left.
One of the few players who are right-handed but very comfortable going to the left.
Yeah.
16-2 in terms of fast break scoring in this game. Bongay finds Capasso underneath, fakes out Hernandez, puts it up, and he was hammered right there. Ito si Gabe Capasso.
That's a good back screen going to Gabe Capasso. Late on the recovery is Paolo Hernandez, forced to foul. Ito si Gabe. So you have to give credit to the screener para dito kay Gabe.
At Nico Panganiban turning defense into offense just as he always does para sa San Juan.
Modern day 3-and-D, Nico Panganiban.
15-point lead for the Knights. That's just a 14-point lead after that free throw by Gabe Capasso. There you see Coach Mixon Ramos. He emphasized the passing, the defense, as well as the patience for Muntinlupa in this game. So far, the Knights holding their own here as they try to bounce back from that triple overtime loss to Rizal in their last game. Their first loss of the season after a 9-0 start. Muntinlupa is 4-8 at the bottom half of the team standings in the Southern Division. Panganiban has De Leon on him. Miranda floats it up. That's way short. Hernandez forces up the reverse.
Not much space to operate para sa San Juan on that last play.
Capasso, that's his spot. Gets it from the baseline. Gabe Capasso.
Oh, time and time again, I've seen that from Gabe. That mid-range is a specialty of Gabe Capasso.
Wow, oh, that's a pretty pass there from AJ Miranda. Right on the money.
Now from the second quarter to the third quarter, AJ Miranda has been playing terrifically here in today's ball game.
7 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists para kay AJ Miranda, while Zach Wang getting his 4th point of the game. Flores Drives past Panganiban, hangs in the air and gets it in. What a ball game para kay Alfred Flores.
And
So many great highlights.
How many highlights can we get already from Flores? He's got 2 3-pointers, at least 8 to 10 feet away from the basket. He had an assist to himself. Now, a very hard shot para dito kay Flores.
16 points in the game para kay Alfred Flores. Panganiban, one-on-one on the block there against Gabe Capasso. And that's one thing that he's been improving on the past couple of years. Nico Panganiban scoring on the low block.
But first, let's watch that double pump in the mid-air. Smallest guy inside the court. No problem para dito kay Flores. Let's watch that again. 4 red shirts beside him. Walang problema para dito kay Flores.
Had enough time to fix his bed to lie down in the air. Ito si Alfred Flores.
Nakapagkape pa yun. Itong si Flores.
Senator Jinggoy Estrada with a stoic look on his face on that San Juan sideline. He knows that the job is not yet finished until the final buzzer sounds. This Muntinlupa team, very dangerous when they get on the roll.
Masaya siya ngayon kasi nakaka-shoot sila ng free throws. But you saw his face in that triple overtime.
Oh, yeah.
His face every time they miss the free throw in overtime. You can just make a movie out of those reactions coming from Senator Jinggoy.
Ilang beses siya umiling nun. Nung dulo, tinanggap niya na lang. Zach Juan trying to get the steal there against Warlo Batak. Unfortunately, too much contact.
Napahila lang ng konti. Itong si Zach Juan wanted that fast break. Read it perfectly. Just a little too much physicality coming from Zach.
Penalty na dito ang San Juan with still 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is just the second game of our Monday triple header here at the Lontes Sports Arena in Binyan. The Tatak-Gel will be defending their home floor for the 5th time this year against the Bulacan Cuyas at 8 o'clock p.m. They are 2-on-2 here at the Lontes Sports Arena. 4.2 points per game para kay Warlo James Batak. In and out on the second, but Batak has already been surpassing his averages in this ball game with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Gamboa hands it off to Panganiban. Marquez has the advantage against Batak. I don't think there was anything that Batak could have done but foul.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, I gotta commend Batak. This guy is one of the guys that is willing to sacrifice his body on defense, both from the outside and the inside. This guy is young, so still a lot to learn. But the fact that he is willing to sacrifice a lot of things for them to be able to get stops, then this guy has a bright future in defense.
Panganiban sets for 3. Off to the left, Gamboa gets the offensive rebound. Wamar gets it from downtown.
Too much space para dito kay Orlan Wamar. If he gets that rhythm, it's almost an automatic 3 for Orlan.
Came off the bench today, but he is now in double figures with 10 points. Now the leading scorer for the Knights. Flores renewing his matchup with Orlan Wamar. Flores gets inside and finishes once again. Alfred Flores, scintillating performance tonight.
Alam mo, Fravi, nauubusan na ako ng sasabihin dito kay Flores. This guy is just playing too terrific here in this ball game, but just needs a lot more guys to help him out. What a ball game. Already 18 para dito kay Alfred.
Check this out. This was the shot by Orlan Wamar Jr. And then the answer on the other side by Alfred Flores. These 2 point guards playing elite basketball dito sa laro na to.
What guts this kid has to do it against a veteran champion in Orlan Wamar and just making it look so easy on that drive. 18 big points for Flores.
Definitely has a big chance to surpass his season high of 21 points against Bacolod last game. Save for that game against Sarangani, Flores has scored in double figures in every game that he's played. Here he is once again. Gets it to Batak. Capasso on the left side. Gets a screen from Giab. Capasso drives on Gamboa. Difficult scoop shot there is a miss. Wang double teamed. Out to Panganiban. Marquez, he can shoot it. Tiles it down from the outside. Dexter Marquez.
Hesitated a little bit. It was Dexter Marquez, but got enough footing to be able to regain his balance and get that open three, extending the lead to 17.
A chance to write the final sentence of the third chapter here for Muntinlupa. 8 seconds to go. Flores. There's not really good spacing there for Muntinlupa. Flores behind the back to Giab to beat the buzzer. That's no good. And that marks the end of quarter number 3 here between Muntinlupa and San Juan. Although the Cagers were able to get scoring opportunities, the Knights, it's really overpowering them once again here in the third quarter.
Better adjustment coming off the halftime para dito sa San Juan Knights. They exposed the inside. They were able to attack more. But Flores trying to keep Muntinlupa just within striking distance with only 17 here entering the fourth quarter.
11 points in the third quarter para kay Alfred Flores. But his team still down big here. 17 points is the margin. 69-52, our third quarter score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game, just like the Avenus. Do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki, the Avenus. Oras na para magmotor. Thank you so much for joining us in our second game of our Monday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. We're live from the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Sydney Crespo. Check out the quarter scoring. Big second and third periods by San Juan.
Better scoring para sa kanila. And they struggled in the first quarter in terms of their scoring after scoring 6-0. But after that, everything just going the side of San Juan, both outside and inside.
At Alfred Flores has turned this game into a personal showcase, scoring on his 19th and 20th point of the game. Omar matched up against Gabe Capasso. Omar takes the three. Bullseye para kay Orlan Omar.
Off balance, off the screen, well defended. But if you're just as good as Orlan Omar, walang problema in getting that three. 13 big points for Orlan in the ballgame.
He's used this matchup against Alfred Flores as motivation for him to score that basketball here tonight. De Leon as Flores popping out. Gamboa helps out. Flores floats it. That's short. Look at that. He taps it to De Leon. Keeping it alive for Muntinlupa. Capasso gets the bounce there from the outside.
Keeping them alive. Gabe Capasso is getting them buckets here in the second half. That is the 5th point for Gabe in the second half. 6 all in all here in the ball game.
6 3-pointers as well in the game for Muntinlupa. 72-56. Still a long way to go. Panganiban extends that back to 18.
Muntinlupa has to be able to find stops here in the ball game. They've been able to get buckets. They've been able to find their points, but they have not been able to get stops dito sa larong ito.
That's another turnover for the Cagers. Zach Wang gets it back, goes up strong. That's a foul against the warden, Dave Moralde.
It's going to be too hard even on how good they place defense. Nico and Zach Wang are just too big for him to be able to get that stop, forcing Zach Wang to get 2 free throws.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Zach Wang making good on the first free throw. 5 points in the game, 2 rebounds plus an assist. AC Soberano checking in para kay Nico Panganiban.
A good substitution para dito sa San Juan Knights. Muntinlupa is forcing them to take the shots outside, so no better way to adjust than to add a shooter in AC Soberano.
And that's why it's been so hard to beat them, apart from the substitution pattern that you can't scout because it's different every game. The big thing for them is they have fresh legs at almost every point in the game.
If you need a shooter, you have Soberano. Now you need youth. You have Hernandez and Galinato, who is still resting off the bench. You need size on that guard position. AJ Miranda can all of a sudden enter. Marvin Taiwan has not entered the ball game since starting the game, so his legs are fresh. So napakalalim lang talaga ng lineup itong San Juan Knights.
There's going to be a challenge here. Senator Jinggoy Estrada will challenge that last call. We'll take a short break. Pagbalik natin ang verdict nating mga officials.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Challenge is unsuccessful para kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Clear those last touch there by the Knights.
Dexter Marquez getting a touch on that basketball.
This is now the biggest lead of the game for the Knights at 19 points. Moralde almost called for that 5-second violation. To the corner. Timo for three. Yes, sir.
A good ball swing coming from the Cagers. It was actually good defense being played by San Juan, but a quicker ball rotation eventually got someone open, and that is Dave Moralde on the corner.
That's too easy para kay Arvin Gamboa. Wamar getting Marquez on the short roll, and then the right read galing kay Dexter Marquez to Arvin Gamboa.
Arvin Gamboa playing the 3 position to start the ball game. Now can extend to that 4, and that is the versatility of every player para dito sa San Juan Knights.
Daming players that can play multiple positions.
Even I have Malonzo, who can play the 3 and 4 as well, coming off the bench.
Flores missing from downtown. Soberano looking inside. Marquez has Capasso on him. Susits back on to Zach Wang. Wamar now directing traffic here for the San Juan Knights. Soberano has a slight height advantage here against Flores. That's a foul against Alfred.
No good read coming from Wamar. They saw that height advantage going post itong si AC Soberano. Flores tried to hold his ground but will end in a foul. 2 free throws para sa Knights.
AC Soberano, a known winner, especially in his collegiate career. He is the leader in terms of three-point percentage this season, 54.7%.
You know, it's already one thing to be a good shooter, but to shoot more than 50% and to take that many shots, this guy takes shots. So it's quantity and quality para dito kay AC Soberano.
In fact, we're gonna double-check the numbers, but I do know that he takes more attempts from the outside than inside the arc.
Yes.
80 to 60, 20 na ang kalamangan dito ng San Juan. Josh Giab facing up. Jumper is pure para kay Josh Giab.
That is a weapon that he can be using in his career, that mid-range face-up shot. And right on cue, 54.6%, baka 54.7 na pagkatapos ng tres na yun.
AC Soberano making another three-point shot. The former San Beda Red Lion showing out again from downtown. Trying to test the metal of the defense of Dexter Marquez. Capasso missing. De Moralde getting a steal. Capasso to Flores. That looks short. Capasso did not notice that Wamar was behind him.
Wrong timing lang para dito kay Gabe Capasso. That could have been an easy putback for him because he was wide open on the inside. But Orlan Wamar timing that rebound perfectly. Ball will go back para dito sa Knights.
I'm surprised Jasper Cuevas will come in para kay Alfred Flores, but so will McCoy Marcos para dito kay Gabe Capasio.
It's always one scorer inside. So it's either Marcos or Flores that needs to be inside the court for the Cagers so that they have a scoring threat.
Let's see how these last 5 minutes and 32 seconds will pan out for the Cagers. Can they still be good enough for one last comeback attempt? De Leon back to Moralde. Dave drives hard, swatted away by Arvin Gamboa. That's access denied.
Too much muscle para dito kay Arvin Gamboa. This guy has really improved defensively. And we were talking about the versatility of Arvin Gamboa. Earlier he was defending bigs, now he's defending Dave Moralde off the outside.
Yeah, one thing I wish that Dave Moralde could have back is his leaping ability.
Oh yeah.
Talagang nawala na yan nung pagtapos niya ng high school, where in college he had multiple injuries, especially to his knee. That really slowed him down.
He kept the IQ, kept the talent, but just could not get the same athletic abilities.
Pugnatan, airballs the hook shot. Malonzo, third serving, wala pa rin. 83-62. Muntinlupa trying to make a late comeback here. Is it still possible para sa kanila? Same patient offense here for the Cagers. Shot clock is winding down. Cuevas from the outside, bullseye!
That's actually the third three of Muntinlupa here in the quarter. So that outside game might be able to help them moving forward here in the season. Gabe Capasio made a three, Moralde, now Cuevas is also able to make a three.
Taiwan asking for it, gets it. Over the defense of Giab, could not drain that jumper.
A little cold itong si Marvin Taiwan after the first quarter. This is his first sighting here in the ballgame.
Pugnatan. That's 2 straight air balls para kay Papa Ray. Maybe still feeling the effects of the celebration from last night.
Medyo pagod pa siguro to si Papa Ray. That was a wild game. So, but you know, the dedication, the professionalism to be able to play after a championship game, that is just Papa Ray for you.
And a mini run here by the Muntinlupa Cagers, dropping this lead down to 16. Josh Giab and Jasper Cuevas trying to get them within manageable distance. The only 3 minutes and 47 remaining sa laro na to. Can it still be done here for Muntinlupa? Yan ang malalaman natin. This 3-point shot of the game is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Jasper Cuevas scoring on his first 3-point shot of the game. He has 5 points sa laro na to. His team is down by 16, 83-67. Under 4 minutes to play in this game. Inside, Malonzo kicks it back out. Soberano from downtown. This time a little bit too strong. Dave Ando has checked in for the first time here for Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Also a new guy on the floor para sa Muntinlupa, Lloyd Cabegin, one of their homegrown players. Marcos could not continue the run there for Muntinlupa, but Cuevas, same spot, different result. Pugnatan tries to touch a pass to Dave Ando. That's a steal for Muntinlupa. Marcos gets by 2 defenders, could not finish at the rim.
It's a very tall 5 being played by San Juan here.
Soberano floats it up and in.
A very rare inside basket para dito kay AC Soberano, but a full closeout because of the respect they have for the shooting of AC will give him a driving lane and an open floater in that last possession.
Wow, he already has 14 points in this game.
Very quiet, very quiet. We don't even notice Orlan Omar also has 16 here in the game.
Gia from mid-range, no good. Offensive rebound to Warlo Batak. Cabegin, di pa rin makabutas doon ang Muntinlupa. So after that timeout, the Cagers have gone cold. And it looks like that ability to come back has been shut down by San Juan. That's a big basket there para kay Dave Ando, his first points of the game as he now enter the final 2 minutes, brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
And the only two guys not able to score para dito San Juan is Marwin Taiwan and Reynal Hugnatan. And this can change here. So it's only Reynal Hugnatan who has not been able to get a basket here in the ball game. So let's see if everybody in that red shirt can get some points.
Reynal Hugnatan though making that assist to Marwin Taiwan. That's our fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Marwin Taiwan did start this game para sa San Juan, pero yan pa lang ang kanyang unang basket sa laro na to. And his team, with the way things are looking, might just get their 10th victory of the season. Senator Jenggoy Estrada and the San Juan Knights will be facing Bacolod on June 21, the Binayanta Takjel at the Philo Eco Oil Center a week after that. And on July 5, isa rin yan sa mga pinakaabangan nating laro. They will be going up against the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. We know how much of a rivalry that they have in the Northern Division.
Oh, yes, that's actually the semifinals rematch para sa kanila.
And also a rematch of a couple of seasons ago's North Division Finals. Soberano from the outside, bullseye once again.
Number 1 in three-point field goal percentage for a reason. If he's open, he's gonna take it, he's gonna make it.
54.7% to lead the league this year. Ito si AC Soberano. Tonight, he is 4 out of 8. There's a foul there against the Knights. But you know, even if Muntinlupa has been blown out here, especially in the second half by San Juan, a lot of positives I'm sure that Coach Mixon Ramos can draw from this game.
You know, the first thing is the play of Flores here in today's ball game. He can slowly be a star. Also Marcos as well. The toughness of the bigs to challenge Papa Ray Hugnatan. So there's a lot of good things coming para dito sa Muntinlupa. Their execution as well. A lot more assists moving forward from the second quarter to the fourth quarter. So there are a lot of good things for this young squad, especially battling it out against a very veteran-laden team in San Juan.
Oh, wow. Dave Ando showing the touch from the perimeter to the delight of the San Juan bench.
Just too smooth. I've seen that from college all the way to the MPBL. Dave Ando has that terrific mid-range bucket.
10 seconds to go here. Muntinlupa, aside from the assist Juanito, it's also the three-point shooting. You know, they really have poured it on here more than their average. That's 8 three-pointers in the game para sa kanila. At in the end, the veteran presence, the experience, the firepower, the versatility, and the depth just coming into play for the Knights in this game.
Complete team basketball being played by the Knights. Everybody except for Reynal Hugnatan actually got 2 points or more para dito sa San Juan Knights. But one guy who led the team is Orlan Wamar. Coming off the bench in today's ball game, a different game plan para sa Knights, but no problem para kay Orlan. Instant offense coming for him, either from the three-point line or getting assists for his teammates. Once again, the face of San Juan, our player of the game, Orlan Wamar.
May have lost the individual matchup against Alfred Flores, but what's important for the Knights and Orlan Wamar is that they get their 10th victory of the season. 94-70, our final score, brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Our player of the game, Orlan Wamar, is about just ready to be at courtside with Miss Sydney Crespo.
Yes, Javi, thank you so much. I'm with Orlan Momar Jr. of San Juan Knights with 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Orlan, pinag-usapan lang natin kanina yung mga nagawa mong help versus Rizal. And tonight, you redeemed yourself with a win. How important is this for you after that tough triple overtime loss last week?
Kami from this game, focus lang namin talaga manalo, mag-bounce back kasi sobrang sama talaga ng pagkatalo namin kasi yung game na yun parang ando na pwede na sa amin. Kaya yung this game parang ano sa amin, kailangan bumawi.
And speaking of that loss, hindi papayag yung San Juan na maulit-ulit yun. Even the coaches were giving you reminders at the half kanina inside the dugout about certain things to avoid. Anong natutunan ng San Juan?
Yung triple overtime na madami kami natutunan. Kailangan namin di magkumpiyansa kami from sa second half kasi doon kami nadali nung nakarang game namin. Kaya yun, na-credit doon sa coaching staff namin na pinapaalala sa amin palagi.
At nakita naman namin ang effort nyo ngayon, this time sa second half. Sinong gusto mong batiin at pasalamatan?
Wala. Pinapasalamatan ko yung may-ari sa San Juan Knights, Senator Jingo Estrada, Boss Jeremy Go, Congressman Brian Yamsuan, Boss James Go, sa aming mga sponsors, Go for Gold, 4-Piece Party List, Fininclo Grill, JSU Amusop, si Boss Nolit Otaysa, Bicol Saros Party List, Alaksan FR, Power Hope Sports Clothing, sa mga taga San Juan, mga San Juaneños. Tsaka binabati ko yung parents ko sa Bohol, tatay ko, nanay ko, yung kapatid ko. Happy Father's Day sa lahat ng tatay. Si girlfriend ko nanonood ngayon, Lolo Boy, Lola Belen, sa Paro family sa Agno, at mga Team Takas.
Congratulations. I'm sure very happy ka sa panalong ito. Once again, Orlan Momar Jr., our Buenas best player of the game. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Sid. Congratulations to the San Juan Knights for getting their 10th victory of the season against one loss. Up next, we have the Binyan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Game X going up against the Bulacan Kuyas. It's their 5th home defense of the season. Thank you so much for joining us. For my partner, Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Sydney Crespo, this has been Avi Palanya. Keep it locked in here on the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.